All right, boys, we got another episode of the Nick Wholesales Houses Pod today. You are going to love it. My boy, Devin Anderson, all the way from Tampa, Florida. He came in over the week. We did jiu-jitsu this morning. We just filmed the pod. You guys are going to love it. He's only been in this business since January. He started late December, and he's already done 20 deals. He had a massive solar business, sold it, switched industries. Hey, he's like the new Eric Klein, but more palpable, baby. You guys are going to love it. You're welcome in advance. I'll tell you that much, but you know the drill. This episode is brought to you by Renovo Financial. So if you need a hard money loan, everyone over here making money, they're getting it from Renovo. So you hit up Jeremy. If you're a landlord, you got these houses, you want to do a cash out refi into a DSCR, Renovo Financial. They're going to make it so easy, so painless, and you're going to love it. I'll tell you that much, everybody. So if you need Jeremy's number, you message me, I'll give it to you. That's simple. All right, everybody, enjoy the pod. Happy hunting. Hell yeah, we're just jumping right into it.
Let's do it.
Bye, man.
What's up, dude?
Let's go. Long time coming.
Let's go.
I'm so excited about this.
This is going to be fun.
Heck yeah. I'm so happy you came out. Thank you.
Dude, I'm pumped.
Perfect.
Got some good jiu-jitsu in.
Yeah, there we go. We did jiu-jitsu right before this. We did a little mix-in. Now we're about to bless y'all. What the heck?
Let's go.
Give these people a ton of game. Let's
do
go,
it.
bro. Heck yeah. So for my followers that don't know you, bro, give us a little rundown. What the heck? How did you get into wholesaling? How did you get into this whole little weird world of ours?
Yeah, it's definitely a niche. Let me turn this off.
Yeah. 'Cause I think you had a solar business or something like that before this.
Yeah, so I tried to do my first flip. We bought a flip last year. Went terribly wrong. Literally everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. I bought it too high. Paid like almost 8% in realtor fees, which I didn't even understand. I didn't even know what an Alto or HUD was until like 6 months ago doing wholesaling. I ended up finding the settlement statement, paid like 60 G's in realtor fees, paid out of pocket for everything, got the house red tagged because I tried to GC it because I was told I'd save a ton of money GCing it.
Nice.
And I called a buddy of mine that I knew was in real estate, and I was like, dude, I need help. I don't know what to do. He's like, bro, why are you fixing and flipping? You need a wholesale. And I was like, bro, that's a scam. Like, wholesaling.
Yeah, it sounds so scammy, though.
It is. It sounds, but it's not. It's so legit. And I think it's needed in real estate.
Yes.
You know, there's a massive opportunity and massive need both for distressed sellers that are in poor situations, as well as nuanced or niched investors that really can't find the asset product that we provide on market.
Yes.
You know, so... anyways, he told me about wholesaling. He showed me a fairly large assignment. It's like $88,000, and I was like, whatever, dude.
Fairly large. It's just large.
It was huge. So, and then a buddy at church was like, Devin, he's like, you know what you should do? I was like, what? He's like, wholesale. And I was like, what?
How do you know
then,
that?
You know, Instagram's algorithm, long story short, I made the decision on December 28th that I was just going to go all in on wholesaling, man, and it's been good. It's been really good.
Oh.
But background was solar installations. My wife and I, we ran a solar installation business for almost 5 years, and we sold that in 2023, and last year took the year off and quickly realized that we needed to get back to work.
Oh, guy, well, you got a bunch of kids. Yeah, you need to have money coming
for
in,
real.
bro.
We should jump into that today, too. I've learned a lot in the last 6 months. I think today we'll reach our 17th closing. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's been fun.
Heck yeah. So your solar business, you all sold it. How big was your solar business?
Yeah, great question. So
you put it you talk about it on Instagram a little bit, about how happy you are that you're out. So I would like to learn a little bit more about that, so I kind of understand the significance of your switch off a little bit more.
So at our peak, we had between W-2 employees and 1099 contractors about 150 people.
Whoa.
In 2023, and I only know this just because we just are wrapping up our taxes, we collected $7.7 million in cash. in the year of 2023. So a lot of people talk about top line in solar. In top line, that's about $33 million annually with $7.7 million cash. We sold it on an asset sale for $1.6 million. So it was not some glamorous, sexy sale. It was really a bailout. So we scaled too quickly. I wasn't a good steward of our resources. And I got put in a position, because it's construction at the end of the day, to where I was sitting with my finance team and we had three options. We could, shut everything down, collect the rest of the cash, walk away in the sunset and deal with creditors, try to sell the business, which frankly was an absolute Hail Mary. The fact that we sold was truly through the grace of God, or we could raise debt. And at that point, I bootstrapped everything, man. I started that business when I was 19 years old in the middle of COVID with $50,000 and scaled it to at our peak. We were cranking.
Yeah, clearly you were cranking.
Didn't want to raise money. Didn't want to just shut down and stop. So we hit the open market in Q4 of 23, and we signed an LOI, I think, right before Christmas of 23, and everything was signed, sealed, delivered. First wire hit my account March of 24.
Bro, that's awesome. Yeah. You got a ring in the roof. You were happy then, oh man.
It was short-lived, right? You know, the reality is what I would tell someone is $1 million, $2 million is a lot less than what it sounds.
Yes. Well, I meant more that you were done with the headache. Not even about, I'm not talking about the sale. I'm talking about a clean exit. And everybody probably got to keep their jobs that was working for you, because it's not just your life, it's their life too.
That was what was more meaningful. In fact, my right-hand man, shout out to Teflon Kron is what we call him. When I started with Rob, he's born and raised in Baltimore like me. He's making I was paying him $40,000 a year. Fast forward now, at that same company that acquired mine, he's making $200,000 a year, and he's a VP. He's one of the VPs over there.
Oh, that's so cool.
So,
God bless him.
yeah, like that was meaningful to be able to do everything in my controllable power to be able to make sure I took care of my people that put their trust and their families' financial stakes in my future. And, that meant a lot to me to be able to facilitate that and find homes for my people.
Oh, heck yeah, bro. So y'all made the exit. When you were running the company, were you doing a lot of sales and marketing for that? Like, was that your role there, or?
Such a great question, and this is going to be a great transition to wholesaling.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, such a good question. So, dude, we did 100% door-to-door sales.
Get out.
Bro, so...
you're a shark. Bro.
Yeah, 100%. I ran a door-to-door sales company. So, transitioning to wholesaling, ideology-wise, I was quickly humbled and realized that, door-to-door savage for sure, but, I'm a door-to-door professional. You can put me in any industry. When it comes to door-to-door, I'm in the top 1%. And I don't say that to brag, but it's like, it's a niche.
Yes. It's a weird little niche out there that exists.
Bro, Facebook ads, PPC, PPL, all of these things that I've had to learn in the last 6 months, I'm not nearly as qualified as in business as I thought I was. Because, if you strip down a business and you figure out really what they're doing, and in this sense in wholesaling, you can do door-to-door. But it's just the mechanics work a lot different than traditional door-to-door companies. Yeah, that was quickly humbling, going from, I can scale this with no cash, and the only time I'm spending cash is on commissions when cash is coming in, is a very black and white XYZ model. To where, dude, I've had months already with PPC where you spend a few grand, no deal, bro. That's a loss. Now you can recoup that cash on other spend, but you have to spend money. It doesn't have to be a lot of money to scale wholesaling or an off-market investment firm. And that was something that I quickly learned and was like, okay, that's a fun challenge to be able to adapt to.
Fair.
Yeah.
I get. Dog, why are you knocking out some free foreclosures? You're already so good at it.
Yeah, I value my time. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
Like, one of the reasons why I wanted to get out of door to door is time. Like, I don't want to be driving around looking for houses to knock on. I don't care if I can make a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 assignment. I want to work from 9:30 to 6:30, train jiu-jitsu at noon, kiss my son and daughters, eat lunch with my wife, swim in my pool, and design an environment to where I can earn income anywhere in the world. You know, we're going to be here for the next 2 to 4 weeks. Like, I don't have to go anywhere. My business is going to run the exact same way, regardless where I'm at.
That's powerful.
So it's like, that's why, you know?
Yes. I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
And you're all virtual.
Yeah. 100% virtual.
Man, everybody, and virtual is hot, so hot right now.
100% virtual.
All my friends are all doing virtual. I feel like I'm in the Stone Ages and I've got an in-person model.
Yeah. But so what I've learned about the in-person model is my buddies who do in-person are getting deals I can't get.
That's why I do it, my boy.
When I can't get a hold of someone, when they can't get a hold of someone, hey, yeah, I haven't been able to get a hold of you. I figured out a way to get you more money, whatever they need to do to get that deal done. Bro, someone sees me calling, they want to talk to me, click.
Facts.
I'm getting different numbers, having my TC call them, having my wife call them.
Yeah.
Like,
You know the deal.
You know what I mean?
That's so funny. That's so real that you said that.
Like,
you know how many people Samantha has called?
Bro.
Oh, my God. Samantha's done some deals, bro.
Yeah, we got bills to pay. Come on. I have investors to, you know, like one thing that I take pride in is once that EMD's in, bro, I have a fiduciary responsibility for my investor to get this deal to the finish line. And our reputation's on the line. If we sell a deal to an investor and they place EMD, they've signed the assignment, and they're expecting to get the deal, I hold it in my heart that, like, I need to come heck or hell water, or hell or high water, I need to make sure I deliver.
Yeah.
Because it's our reputation.
Facts.
So, yeah, that's why I like in person. So, in fact, I drove here from Florida, and the first stop was a seller. And, bro, craziest situation that I've ever seen so far. Yeah. I'm sure there are more to come. It's a pre-foreclosure probate $70,000 assignment. It's supposed to close tomorrow.
Oh, get out. Is
bro,
that true?
I'll show you the assignment in the PSA. Yeah, so we're supposed to close tomorrow, and I show up. The estate's opened, right? Can we jump into this?
Jump anywhere right now.
Estate's open. The estate attorney's like looking at the paperwork. He's like, Dev, this doesn't look right. Can't get a hold of the seller. So I pull up. They answer. This dude's bedridden, right? And he's the sweetest guy. And he's like, yeah, we opened the estate. I had my daughter go. But, you know, she told me that PG County told her that in order for me to take over the estate, all my nieces, nephews, and kids have to sign off on it. He's like, you know, that doesn't make sense to me, though, because I'm the next of kin on my mother's will, and there's no survivors. I'm the only survivor. Why would it matter what my nieces or nephews say? He's like, Devin, I'll let you know. My family's estranged. Like, we don't talk. Like, so if we have to do that, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm no estate attorney, but that doesn't sound right to me.
No,
so I call
it's weird.
Yeah, exactly. And so I call the attorney, and he is like talking and asking the right questions. So I text him, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right to me. I think the daughter is trying to do something here. Not even thinking what I'm about to tell you. Bro, I leave the house. He calls me. He's like, Devin, I've never seen this in my entire career of law in estate. He's like, the daughter is trying to take the house from the seller without him knowing. She filed the estate in her name, and that's why, bro. And then is trying to like
respect.
Bro, is trying to like con her dad into signing this paperwork to sign the estate over to her so she can basically steal the house.
Yeah, respect. You know, what the heck?
Wow. So, obviously not going to close tomorrow.
No.
We have to refile. We'll get it to the finish line, God willingly. You know, it's up to him. But I believe that things that are supposed to happen will always happen the way that they're supposed to happen. So even if the deal doesn't close, we talk about integrity, that's an easy conversation for me to have with my investor.
Yeah,
I'm confident and comfortable to have that conversation with my investor. Correct. You know what I mean? But it is my response. I have a saying in our business that is, just because something's not your fault doesn't mean it's not your responsibility. So it's my responsibility to like get it to the finish line. But in terms of if it does or not, it's out of my hands. So we're going to see what happens. But how crazy is that?
That's wild.
I just thought it was nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. Brother, I grew up in this business doing deals in Philly, so I've seen a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen fake sellers come with fake IDs to the closing table and stuff.
Wow,
Oh, yeah.
really?
Bro, heck yeah. I've seen so much crazy stuff. That's like average. That's like
Another day in the office, dude.
that's like 1 in 4 deals that you get in Philly. I really mean.
Wow, I've never said anything like that. Neither my the estate attorney. I'm like, just like the manipulation.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
confidence and boldness. To,
Oh, bro. Yeah, no. That's right. In Philly County, I think any Philly bull will verify this. 1 in 4 deals, that's 1 in 4 deals that you get under contract.
it's diabolical. Right? It's diabolical.
It is, man. God bless her. God bless her. So tell me a little bit about your business, like how you structure it. What is your program?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we do mostly PPL. I started with High Speed to Lead, Old Coupon Club.
Yeah.
I funded like $1,200 or something like that. I spent $1,200 and closed. I just everything off Coupon Club, and then something pivoted. I don't know what happened. It might have been me, but the lead quality just started to shift. And March and April were a little rough. I only had 1 or 2 closings per month. And then I got introduced to a buddy called Lead Mining. Nick is his name.
Oh, wow.
And he runs a...
Two good names.
yeah, right? He runs a virtual overseas call center
Okay.
to where he generates leads. And we started that last month was month 1. This month will be month 2. Gotten some good leads, but no closings yet. But that's about it, man. All of my deals that have closed successfully have all been from High Speed to Lead. I did the MLS challenge with you. I had 2 deals go under contract. One I'm still working on, but that went okay. I've tried FSBO. I've gotten deals under contract that weren't able to disposition them. In the beginning of June, I made the decision that 70 to 80% of my business moving forward is going to be novations first.
Oh, get out. Okay.
Yeah. So making that shift has been huge. But obviously that disqualifies like the MLS challenge. Like you can't go find a deal in the MLS, then go to do a novation. It's already listed. So that's about it, man. Just been doing PPL and just cranking.
Oh, you're still doing Coupon Club with High Speed to Lead?
Yeah, but I'm not.
You put me on a Coupon Club. He put me on a
Give me
Coupon
some.
Club. Dude, you know what? What the heck? I love Coupon Club. It's so cheap. I haven't been doing PPL other than Coupon Club. I was spending some money on PPL. I stopped that. I turned it off for the most part. Now, though, Coupon Club. I got a deal that's going to close at the end of the month. $25,000 assignment. Coupon Club. I can't believe
Coupon Club's good.
I like a Coupon Club. Shout out to High Speed to Lead. Y'all should give me some money.
$1,500 to $2,000 a month is what we spend.
That is very, very low
Bro,
in a scheme of people in this business.
we crush. And I think it's a testament to, bro, we're diligent.
Okay.
Like, I haven't even bought a lead in almost a month. I'm still working leads that I bought 6 months ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's actually interesting, dude. I'm finding the most responsive people are people that are done getting berated, because 90% of wholesalers suck. If I've learned anything in this business, bro, our competition is so pitiful.
There's none. There's none
Like the
real.
easiest business. Like, if you're serious, diligent, professional, and confident, you will succeed in this business if you don't quit.
If you don't quit is the most important part of that sentence.
If you don't quit.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah,
quit.
3 feet from gold. And I've even met multiple people that were like 3 feet from gold. I've also met multiple people that I call it ABC, attitude, belief, and conviction. They didn't have their ABCs in check, and they had a deal. I have a deal closing for someone in Macon, Georgia. When your tactics are sound, they can't fight you. And his tactics weren't sound, just said all the wrong things. He wasn't able to differentiate himself from all the other wholesalers. And immediately no, and we're going to do a novation. The spread should be anywhere between $12,000 each. So it should be like a $20,000 to $25,000 spread.
Oh, healthy global spread.
Yeah. And, it's just when attitude, belief, conviction. If you don't quit, you say the right things, you're diligent, you're faithful, and you're a good steward with your sellers. Like, it's hard to lose. I'm finally getting to that place to where we're like falling into deals.
Nice. It took me a while to get there.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
20-minute
conversation, ding, 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 ding. Already have the buyer lined up for it, like, to the finish line. So,
yes.
Scaling that nationwide. At first, we were in all 50 states.
Ooh.
Guys do that, like,
God bless them.
God bless them, bro, but that is not a strategic business model in my sense. We've narrowed it down to where we're in Indiana. That's like my number 1 market.
Okay.
Maryland's my number 2. Ohio's my number 3. I want to get into Pennsylvania. We're in Florida, but we've never done a deal in Florida.
You're marketing it. You're buying leads of it.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, I'm in 5 states. There's a few more states on our radar. I'd like to get to a place where we're probably in 8 to 10.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I think that being in 4 or 5, I think that's probably pretty good. So, because Jordan Santiago and Noah Clark, I have a pod that I do with them on Wednesdays. And they both have completely virtual businesses, and they're both at about, like, 4 markets.
Yeah.
And they're virtual, and they both have, like, 4 or 5 markets. So there's probably something to that. I think that's probably, you're the third guy I know that's saying that's where you're at. So maybe you need to take on 10. Maybe you don't. Because those guys are making some money.
Yeah.
Noah's making good money, but Jordan is making some money.
Yeah.
I got to link you with Noah, because you guys have a similar timeline.
Yeah.
And similar business structure. So y'all would jive.
I really like the DMV area. I view it as one state after living in a bigger state like Colorado and now living in Florida. But DC is a fire market.
I don't know anything about it.
Gas. You got to think. Economically, there's a lot of stability there because it doesn't matter. I mean, there's turnover, obviously, depending on what Democrats, Republicans, etc. But, I mean, you've got the Pentagon, the White House. There's a lot of politicians and government officials that live in D.C.
And there's also a ton of hoods, so if you want to hit the lows.
Yes. And then the spreads, though, can be extremely, ARV of 700 plus, you find a spot that's because, dude, my first 3 months, I wasted a lot of time. Dude, I was trying to, like, rip wholesale deals with ARVs under 200,000. There is a strategy there, and it's possible, and we do it. But, like, these days, I don't even look. I won't buy a lead that's ARV under 4.
That's very, very smart. 100%. I think I fell into that same trap when I first started. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Because the thought process is like, all right, these are low houses. I'll be a volume guy. There's a ton of people out there that can afford them. It'll be perfect. But, like, the reality is, if you're selling a house under $100,000, like, to an investor, how are you going to squeeze out $25,000? You're probably not going to. But in these houses, like you said, like with a healthy ARV, if the ARV's 400, 500, 600, brother, 25 grand is a blip in the radar. No one will even notice it. It's very, very doable.
Yeah.
You can do that on a consistent basis. But, like, we were talking about before the pod, we were talking about North Philly. Like, bro, those houses are $50,000 houses. How are you making a 25 grand spread? Do you know how many?
Unless you get it for free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe once a year that'll happen. Maybe twice a year. But you're doing a bunch of 5s and 10s. It's crazy. Too much work for that.
So, yeah, if I can't find a 6-figure, like, when I have a conversation with an investor on a cash deal, because, like I said, we have transitioned to novations, I need to have the confidence and posture of, bro, if you buy this deal, you're going to net 6 figures. Unless you did something wrong.
Oh, yeah. I'm not feeling like that at all. I only want to sell super mid deals. I don't want to give anyone a good deal. Only mid deals. If you buy a deal from me, it won't be bad, but it'll be mid. I promise you that. There we go.
So give me that philosophy.
I take full pride in that. The reason I say this is because if I give someone a great deal, I didn't do my job. My job is to look out for me. And in looking out for me, I must honor all my commitments. If I don't honor my commitments, it'll be bad for me.
Sure.
It'll be bad for me. But I look out for me. And my job is to squeeze and sell every deal for the most amount of money that I can. And if I give you a great deal, that means I could have gotten more for it. And I love my kids more than I love you. And I feel my pride in saying that is through the roof.
I think it's an interesting philosophy. And I think anything that we do with transparency is going to supersede opinion, right?
What a juicy sound.
You know what I mean?
That's so true, yes.
But I know in Florida, or I know in Maryland and in Tampa, investors won't even buy a deal if there's not a six-figure spread on it.
Is that true?
I mean, dude, if with an ARV of 600, like...
Okay, well, different story. Then you bet ARV of 600, then yes.
You have to make six figures.
No, he's very right about that. Yes, okay, say less.
So, like, to us, right, like, that's the threshold, bare bones, because at least the investors we deal with, like, $1 in, $1 out. If they spend $1 in rehab, they need to see that back.
Okay.
So, like, 6 figures is the floor, and there's always some wiggle room there. I just sold a deal. Oh, we're in Tennessee. And we're closing today on our first deal in Tennessee. I like Tennessee a lot for numerous reasons, but like if you can find the unicorn investors is what I call them, that are construction guys that don't really need to net a ton of cash, but they're doing it to keep their guys busy. Mm-hmm. That's like a dream wholesalers investor. Have you sold a deal to someone like that before?
Bro, who I sell it to are the guys that do the most transactions, because they do the most transactions. The guys that are doing a couple flips a year, they better make a lot of money every flip. It's a big deal to them. But at least in this area, it's like there are guys that are buying they're doing so many flips.
Crazy.
I have friends that are I have friends that are doing like, brother, 10 T's. He's probably buying a house a day, bro.
What?
Like, these guys, they're doing 20 flips a month. Like very, very high. Like, Francesco, I know multiple men like this that are doing like 10 flips a month, like crazy human beings. I'm telling you those guys because they're happy to make 30 grand in a flip.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
You didn't
crank them out. Wow.
These guys are doing a lot of transactions. You know? So like, really.
So.
Over here, if it's a 600 ARV over here, like the going rate to make is 60 grand.
60? 10%?
Brother, people are jumping up and down. So, like...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, at least in Maryland, it's 20% or 6 figures, whichever comes first.
Oh, people are buying it over here, 80 to 85% of ARV happily.
Now, what do you think that is? Do you think that's more of a supply and demand issue? Do you think... it's investors are taking what they can? Like, what do you... dude, we're an hour and a half from each other. What do you think that spread is?
I'll tell you. And I think, and this is not every area also, right? Sure. If the money is super safe and you know it's going to be a quick turnaround, bro, people are so happy with that.
Sure.
If it's very safe money.
Sure.
Philly County, brother, that's not the case. People are buying it like 65 to 70% ARV minus repairs. So completely different story. I don't do anything in Philly County anymore. You just don't do it. What do you got to do? If you send me a deal here, though, I'll rip it, which is... But I don't spend any money in the city. But like South Jersey, Southeastern PA, it's such a hot market, and there's so many areas that it's just safe, quick money. People will do it. If you're a high-volume guy, bro... off to the races. If you're not a high-volume guy, you need to make a lot of money on your projects. A different story. But.
Makes sense. And then what are most of your ARV deals? Like, are you looking for the trap houses, as I call them?
No, not anymore. I'm out of that game. Cool. No trap houses.
You've graduated?
I have graduated.
Congratulations.
100%. If you send me one, I may dispo it for you if you get it cheap enough.
Sure.
But, like, it's not worth it. I am in high price point areas for the most part.
They're just easier to move to me. It's
so much easier, bro.
I've sold junk, and I've sold, like...
nice stuff.
It's nice stuff, and, like, I like the experience way more selling nice stuff.
Dude, selling nice stuff is a lot easier. It sells so quick. It's so difficult running around the whole city saying,
same work.
Who wants to buy my garbage? Who wants to buy my garbage?
Yeah.
And then making $5,000 or making $10,000.
All that work for nothing.
Out of that. It's
or $60,000 in liens.
Oh, bro, you see, I posted all the BS up on my thing. That happened. They were all Philly deals. I promise you that. So,
yep. No, that's good stuff. That's good feedback.
I'm out of the hood. And I'm looking for people that are doing high volume that don't need to make a lot per thing because they're doing so much high volume.
Makes sense.
And that's it, bro. I think 10% is a healthy amount to me.
Yeah.
What the?
So what are you doing when you find a deal that doesn't really need to be fixed up, but it's deep enough a discount to where, I don't like the word turnkey because there could be 5 investors in the room, everyone's turnkey is different.
Okay.
So
mortgageable is what I like to look at.
Yeah.
So I think that's what you're asking.
yeah, what are you doing with mortgageable homes?
Oh, bro. If it's a mortgageable home, I want to do more novations because it will be cleaner, but yeah, bro. Buy the sucker and relist it. What the heck? Take
So
that.
are you wholesaling that?
All about the wholesale. And anyone who's watching this, if you get a good wholesale, and not in Philly County, but if you get a good wholesale opportunity in the suburbs, and you can get it at 70% or lower of the current value, what we could sell it as right now, you bring me the lead, I will buy it, we'll chop it 50-50. There you go. But, yeah.
So what would you tell to someone that says, but Nick, I don't have the money to wholesale? What would you tell them?
No, I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to just buy it.
Well, someone who wants to do it themselves, right? What would you tell them?
I wouldn't give you any advice because you're a mook.
Okay.
That's what I mean. That's my advice.
That's fair.
If you don't got any money, if you raise the money, you're going to mess the money up.
Sure.
So just partner with somebody and learn. That's what I would tell them.
Makes sense.
100%.
I love it.
Yeah, what the heck? Come on now.
Dude, because I had no idea about private money, hard money. My first flip, I bankrolled 100%. I put 20% down, purchased the property for $580,000. I was told ARV was in the 7s, low 8s.
It was not.
No. Not even close. There's not even a single comp. Like, there's literally not a single comp for what we're doing, but it's okay. And then my wife and I, when it's all said and done, have spent about $120,000. Mostly my fault. It should have been about 60, but we had to do the work twice because we got it red tagged. Had I known what private money was, hard money was, I would have been able to retain my cash, leverage. Well, first of all, a hard money lender would probably have looked at the deal and been like, this ain't a deal, kid.
Yeah, they would have just said no.
Which is a safe, to me, the way I look at that is if you have good lenders in place, they're actually another set of eyes to underwrite whether or not you have a deal.
Exactly. They don't want to get their money trapped in the street on some
Correct.
garbage.
Yeah. So it's that was like a learning lesson, a 6-figure learning lesson for my wife and I. Was like, we don't know what we're doing.
But if you partnered with somebody on it, you would have made less profit, but it would have went smooth.
We would have never bought the deal.
Yeah, better point. You would not have bought the
We
deal.
would have bought a different deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there that think that they need to buy the house cash or they need to like do all these. I don't believe in over leverage. At least in Florida, the new fad is like lenders coming in and being like, put 5% down. I think that's not wise at all. But I think there is some value in, if you're liquid, leveraging other people's money and having them also have another set of eyes on the deal to see if it's even a deal. If a hard money lender is saying it ain't a deal, brother, it probably ain't a deal.
That's not a deal. No. But let's bring it back to wholesaling. And so you're doing everything virtual. You close it on the phone.
Yep.
Talk to us about your process on the phone. You down to talk about your sales process?
I'm going to give everything away. Yeah, I don't care.
Give it away to these people. I want to know.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can role play it. I can talk through it,
Yeah,
but
talk
essentially,
through it.
yeah, it's super simple. I call someone, I verify it's their name. I never say the specific house number because it's a mouthful. So if I call you and I'm like, hey, Nick, 1, 2, 3, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So
I do the same thing. I just say the street name.
dude, super simple. So I'm like, hey, Nick, this is Devin Anderson. How you doing today? Good, bad. They're thinking in their head, who are we? Yeah. So my job right now is to break your preoccupation. I want you to get off the mind of whatever you're watching on TV or thinking about how I'm the next cold caller. Then I say, hey, I'll be super quick. Your information was sent to me from one of my referral partners. I'm calling about a property I think you might own on Saratoga Street. Does that sound familiar? Very yes or no question. Very simple. Yes, beautiful. Is it true that you're thinking about selling? Another very simple black and white question. I want to build momentum. Yes, great. No. Okay, sounds good. Would you like me to follow up with you, or do you want me to take your name off our list? Easy. They say, yes, I'm thinking about selling. Beautiful. I'm a local real estate investor. I might be interested in buying it. What do you want for the house?
So you're going right in, asking price.
Bro, straight off the bat. Knowing that whatever they say, I'm not even, like, I don't know what they're saying. I'm not even listening what they're saying.
Yeah.
As soon as I get past that stage, I'm pulling it up on Zillow and pulling it on PropStream.
Okay.
I'm not underwriting anything. I want it to be there so it's in front of my face.
Okay. This is very subtle, but one thing I'll say about your I don't know if you would call it a pitch or a script that I really like is, and I think a lot of people are not going to catch this unless they have a lot of experience with sales and marketing. But when you say, I think I might be interested,
Yep.
that puts you in such a powerful position. And I think a lot of us do the opposite, where we say, I really want to buy your house.
Yeah.
And that puts them in the power position.
Correct.
You saying, I might want to buy your house, it makes the ask of how much do you want, like, it's powerful. That's so subtle and gas.
So for our viewers, it's called a pullback. And a pullback is being able to progressively bring the sale forward while alleviating buying pressure, or in this case, selling pressure.
Yeah.
So everything that we've architected in our presentation, because I don't believe in pitches. I think pitches are two things. I think it's on the slope of a roof or the way you throw a baseball.
Okay.
So, but presentation, pitch, etc., everything is architected deliberately to alleviate buying pressure, or in this case, selling pressure, while progressing the sale forward to the next step, while maintaining integrity and transparency.
Perfect.
So I'll even I'll jump into what I say in a bet. Like, one thing that I've noticed a lot of wholesalers do, they don't do what's called an intent statement. So step one is we break preoccupation, which is, I just want to be in rapport, and to me, rapport is three things. It's being sharp as a tack, it's being enthusiastic, and it's being an expert. Bro, I don't care about your dogs. I don't care about where you live. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is being sharp. I need you to be like, holy crap, this guy's on it.
Yeah.
I want to be an expert. Immediately within the first 3 minutes, I want you to be like, all right, this guy definitely buys homes.
Yeah. Yes. It does. No wonder, like, whether or not you're legit or not.
Yes. And I don't want to be enthusiastic of like, I want to be enthusiastic in the sense to where I'm so confident if there's alignment, we're going to do business together.
Okay.
So that's, like, to me, that's rapport. So when I'm breaking preoccupation, I'm doing two things. I'm trying to get their mind off of whatever they're doing while creating rapport. Because once I establish rapport, bro, if I saw you at a bar and if I drank, I'd grab a drink with you, but I'm not here to be your friend. I'm looking for my next house to buy or fund for an investor.
Yeah.
You know? So once I get past that, I do an intent statement, because they'll typically say a number, and I'll be like, okay, we can touch that in a second. Do you have a couple minutes now to chat? I like yes or no questions, close-end questions, open-end questions, just depending on the time of the presentation. They'll say, yeah, what's up? 8 out of 10 times, the reason why I'm doing this, Nick, is because they've already spoken to 15 people, and I'm already experiencing their condescending tone, their fatigue, their seller fatigue, talking to people. They're already clenching their butthole because they're expecting me to give them some crazy, absurd lowball number and then cuss me out. So really all I'm doing is trying to divert their focus from all of these falsified expectations that simply I don't qualify for. Like, I'm ineligible for whatever they think I am. It's just not happening. Once I divert them from that, then what I do is I send an intent statement. I say, cool, Nick, well, if you have a couple minutes, I think I might too, so we'll just jump into it. At the end of this call, one or two things are going to happen. We're either going to hypothetically agree on a ballpark price, or we're going to agree that we'll part ways friends. I'm never going to call you again, and I'm not buying your house. Is that fair? Yes, no, great. I'm a local and then another like intent statement I say is I'm a local real estate investor, and business model is incredibly simple. We do three things and three things only. They don't fit in these criterias, and typically a mixture of a few. Like, there's no deal for me here. I don't need to buy deals right now. I only buy good deals. So if it's not an absolute no-brainer for me, I'm probably just going to nicely decline. Is that fair? Yes, that's fair. Now I want them to be on a yes winning streak, but I also want to establish my authority in this conversation that they're in my office, not the other way around.
Okay.
I say, we buy homes and sell homes. Do you have a pen and paper near you? Okay, great. As soon as I say we buy homes, fix them up and sell them, I'll have them pull up my personal projects. If they're like, how do I know you're telling the truth? I'll say, this is my holdings number, and I've had to do this a few times. These are and they'll be like, oh, wow, okay, I see you over here, yada, yada, yada. But 99 out of 10 times people, they don't care. They don't even question that. I say we buy homes, we fix them up, we sell them. We buy homes, we rent them out immediately, which means your house is like in really good condition, mortgageable, as you would say.
Yeah.
And the third thing that we do is we do title help funding, to where we get the house under contract and then our investors take it over. Is your home in a position to where I can move into it tomorrow with my family of 5? As soon as I explain that, I say, does that make sense? Yes. My next question is your house in a condition to where my family of 5 can move in tomorrow?
I like that. If you bring the kids in and mention that you have kids, people are going to be more honest about the condition of the house. You're the first person I've heard that from. I like that.
So, and then from there, that opens up a whole can of worms. I've had people, bro, I just sold a house today. This woman said that we can move in. I would not let my worst enemy live in that house. Seriously.
Yeah, sell his lie.
Dude, I had someone that I paid on Investor Boots take pictures that I got a refund for because they said they refused to walk past the living room. That's how bad it was.
Oof.
But anyways, so once I asked that question, it opens up a can of worms, and now I'm just chilling. I'm just listening. Okay, what makes you say that? Uh-huh. Interesting. And why would you say it needs that? I'm just unpacking, because now I'm not an investor, I'm a doctor. I'm trying to diagnose specifically what the problem is with this property, so I can then be the solution. You know what I mean? Okay, so that makes sense. After everything I'm hearing right now, I guess, what am I missing here, Nick? Because it sounds like, and it goes one of two ways. It sounds like the property's mortgageable. Why not just list it with an agent and get top dollar? Or on the other side, it sounds like there's a ton of opportunity as an investor for you to do all this work yourself, and you've already gotten past the first step. You own the property. Why not just do it yourself? You'd make XYZ on it. You know, it's a jab. I just want to see what they say.
Yeah.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. They'll either say, right, they don't have money, they don't have the time, they don't have the resources.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I say, okay, so out of those three, or if they give them multiple reasons, I'm drilling down. I don't let people off the hook on anything. You know, so if they say, oh, the time and the money. Okay, what specifically do you mean by that? How do you mean?
Oh, you put him in the spot, bro.
Yeah, like, how do you mean? Do you need a loan? Like, are you looking for, like, a lender to pay for it? Or, like, when you say money, like, what about money? Okay. What about time? Like, do you not have the time to handle it? How much time do you have to handle it? Okay. Like, I'm creating an environment on my conversations to where I know exactly what's going on. That way I can truly understand if it's a deal. And frankly, I've lost probably a ton of deals because I straight up will tell people, like, yeah, dude, like, you need to go hire a realtor and just get it listed. I can do innovation and get what you want, but, like, you need to do this. And I've had people also be like, no, I don't want to deal with that. And I'm like, all right, bro.
Then I'll do it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Come on. So, yeah, once I get over that hump, I intel gather, and then after that, intel gathering really sets the stage after I've already done the intent statement, because with the intent statement on phase 2, they already know who I am, why I'm calling them, and what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
So it's like, that's the tough part. A lot of people are trying to, like, oh, like 5 minutes in, like, I'll give you $65,000 for it. It's like, who are you, bro? Why are you calling me? And, like, what do you, like, how do I know you're either going to buy this house, right?
Yes.
After I do the intent statement, I'll, like, do intel gather. After I do intel gather, then I'm jumping into the nitty gritty, which is part of intel gather, but the nitty gritty would be like, okay, what's the problem, and can we agree on a price, right?
Yes.
So, and then from there, dude, like, I always tell people, because most sellers think they're good negotiators, but what they don't understand, and what our viewers need to understand, is like, bro, sellers are not looking in their mirror and role playing. Like, all right, this is what I'm gonna say when an investor calls me about my house. We should be trained professionals, so like, we have the upper hand. Like,
yes.
In all circumstances, unless someone's being stubborn, they're not going to out-negotiate me. So, like, I pity them, and I don't even try to negotiate. I just tell people, Nick, I'm going to be straight up. I don't play back and forth. I'm not going to, like, tell me how much you want for your house, and then I'm going to ask a logical question as an investor, which is, okay, how'd you come up with that number? that being said, how much do you want for the house? And I also say, if you don't know how much you want for your house, there's nothing for us to talk about here. And it sounds like you're not serious about selling.
So if they don't have an asking price, you won't just say a number. You'll just say, I guess you're not that serious.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like who wants to sell something but doesn't know how much they want? That's absurd.
It is absurd.
That doesn't.
It really is absurd. It's really absurd.
That makes no sense. I'm not dealing with that. That's not worth my time.
You're not ready yet.
Yeah.
I'll follow up with you.
Call me back when you're ready, bro. I don't know who else you've talked to, but like, I don't do things just because. I don't just make offers just because. I'm not just going to say a random number. I'm very intentional and specific, and this is how I feed my family. This isn't some side gig. Like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, you let me know.
It's very fair.
Yeah. So, and most times people are like, oh, he's serious. And then they magically know how much they want for the house. And my final ditch question, though, because I want to create context, is I say, all right, dude, well, if you don't know how much you want, what are you hoping for? I just reframe it.
That is really good.
Yeah.
I really like that. Okay, if you don't know what you want, what are you at least hoping for? It's the same question, but it's
reframed.
It's so different at the same time.
Yeah.
That is fire. Okay.
And literally, if I had to bet on it, like 7 out of 10 times to give me the number. So very rarely am I ending the call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, dude, if I get a hold of someone and they're getting through my sales process, it's a done deal. Like, we're starting to get to a point to where, like, we're tactical, bro.
It's very good.
Yeah. So now, like, I'm excited because I now can train people how to do this.
Yeah.
And it's just been a one-man army for me, but I needed to flush these objections because, like, even with objection handling, we can shift gears to objection handling, and I guarantee you in less than 5 minutes, we could cover every objection that a seller has, and I guarantee you it'll boil down to less than 7.
No, there's only a couple objections.
So if you know exactly what the seller could or would say, and you have a sales process, and you know, let's just even say, people ask me, how do I comp? Bro, don't worry about comping. Go on Zillow, and whatever it says on Zillow, cut it in half to start.
Yeah, that's very real. It's very real. And Zillow is kind of investing. It's like a weird scenario.
Correct.
Zillow's, for the most part, there's some accuracy there.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not going to be the ARV, but it's going to be close enough. If you get 50% of Zillow, you can do all right.
Bro, like, I guarantee you, and we should do like a Zillow challenge. Like, if you get a deal, we don't do anything but cut it off, cut it in half. I guarantee you out of 5 deals, we'll move 3.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Spreads. Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You're very right.
So, like, people always like, well, I don't know how to comp, or like they'll like buy a lead, then like spend 30 minutes to an hour comping it. It's not that deep.
No.
Just go work.
And the seller's going to probably say no your first thing anyway. So, like,
Go work.
Make a low ball. Get the motivation.
So now let's talk about, and I can keep going through it, but it's like objection handling, right? I have a tactical sales process, and that's why, like, frankly, I'm of the belief it doesn't matter if it's the biggest guru. There's a few in my head. I don't want to name drop, but like, if they get on the phone with me, I'm going to get the deal.
Yeah.
Like 100%. It doesn't matter who's calling them. I'm going to get that deal.
Your program is very good. It's very sound, and it sounds like your mind could be in a whole other place while it's going on because it's so in your muscle memory. It's very good.
Yeah.
And are you going for the close right there in the first call?
Signing docs. It is company policy, and we walk you through the agreement. We don't sign contracts. We sign agreements.
Okay. And right there on that initial call, you're going for a one-call close every time.
I mean, if I don't get it, that's fine.
But your intention is for the one-call
Yeah.
close.
Yep. And then this is a new tactic that I've just started implementing last week, and I've noticed it's more important with innovations. What I tell people, oh, bro, I think this is fire, and it's been working. Oh, this is so good. I'm so excited to share this.
Yeah, share it.
Dude, so we've started to future date our agreements to the inspection day, and the way I frame it is, look, now you do know, obviously, this agreement is legally binding, which means if I don't perform as the buyer, you're going to take my earnest money deposit, or you'll come after me, and, that is the last thing I want. On the contrary, you're committing to buying you're committing to selling this house to me.
Yes.
Like, so if we both sign this, we are in a partnership until the deal's closed. Are you aware of that? Yes, no. Okay, well, now you know, and yes, perfect. With that being said, do you mind, I want this, and in order for us to start our process, we need to get the ball rolling with something signed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to future date this contract till tomorrow or 2 days from now from our inspection date. That way, after the inspection, if we change our mind, I can back out. In the meanwhile, do your due diligence, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're comfortable. Because once it's that date, we're locked in. If I don't tell you, never mind. Because I don't do inspection periods.
Well, I don't do inspection.
I think they're like goofy. And
I think if I was doing it virtually, I definitely would, because I'm not taking the seller's word for it. But I do not do inspection periods.
Well, we do $10 EMD.
How much?
$10.
$10? Oh, I'm beating you on a deal every day. And the reason I say that is because I am so hard on EMD. I will negotiate on price, but like, I don't give a fuck. Even if I lose it, I don't give a fuck. I'll just be like, okay, cool. Same one. I'm going to offer $5,000 lower than him. I'll put a $5,000 in EMD down. I don't give a shit.
So we'll go. And right now, I always start at 10. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. Right now, we have a deal.
Fire, though. Like, most sellers will not even notice.
No. So, but like, 10's my starting point. 5 is my cap. I mean, no, that's not even true. I'll go up to as much as I need to get the deal if it's good enough deal. Like, I have a deal in Indiana right now, Indianapolis to be specific. He wanted $1,700. He wanted 1% of the purchase done. I would have put $5,000 EMD.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You start with 10. I didn't mean to cut you off either, so please forgive me.
Yeah.
You start with $10. Super cool.
Start with 10.
It's a flex, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a flex. It's a flex.
Yeah. So it is a flex, bro, and
Huge
we're crushing with that as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to create new problems for my seller. They're typically already stressed out enough, and trying to explain EMD to someone is kind of difficult. So
it actually is, because so I get it now, and why don't I get it now? And then it's a whole line of questions that you didn't even tell them about.
Yeah, I let title handle that, and that's like one thing that I've started to really learn. Like, there's a lot of things now that I'll either say that's a great question for the title company we're going to work with, or that's a great question for Ari, my transaction coordinator. She'll reach out and answer that.
Nice.
Like, that's like one thing in my sales process I've started to implement, is not being the know-it-all, but being like, dude, I'm really good at figuring out if I want to buy the deal or not, but after that, like, I'm chopped cheese. Like, don't call me, you know? But if it's this, call me. Anything else, you need to call, shout out to Emporia Title. You need to call Will. He's my account executive. Oh, here's another thing, bro. We started implementing Game Changer. So at the end, I call it a dismount. The last thing that we do after under contract is I pull back again. Hey, at the end of the day, like I said, I want to be explicitly clear. I'm not guaranteeing I want this house. I need to see it. I promise you, I want to take your word for it. But at the end of the day, if we show up and there's dead bodies in the wall, like, I don't do.
You did this, not me.
Yeah, like,
if it's what you said it was, then we're good. I just need to check that you're not lying.
Yeah, like, and this is exactly how I frame it. Assuming everything that you told me is 100% true, like nothing more, nothing less, like doesn't need to be better than the purchase price that we agreed upon today, we're going to stick. I don't like when people go back on their deals, so I can tell you I'm not going to do the same to you. At the end of the day, though, Nick, bro, if we show up and it's not what we talked about, even a little bit off, we're going to have to reevaluate purchase price, and how we do it is very simple, so let's just be upfront about it. We'll have two options. Anything that's different from what we spoke about, you get it to what we spoke about, or you deduct it from the purchase price. Which one do you want to do? Let me know now, so if there's anything different, there's no discussion on, and that's labor and material. So either get it fixed by closing or deduct it. They're always going to deduct the purchase price. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, Nick, what else is there anything that you maybe forgot to mention about the house? Almost every time they said, oh, well, actually, you know what? The HC, there is no HVAC. And, you know, some sellers they think that they're going to be able to sell this house and people aren't going to. No, that's not how it works. But after I do that, I say, okay, cool, you have your pen and paper. I force them. I don't let them do it on their phone. I say, I want to hear the pen click. You know, I got joke. I'm like, hey, let me hear that pen click.
Yeah, that's very funny. You know I believe you. That's very funny.
So they have to write my first name, my last name, my email, my phone number, my company name, the title company website, my title company escrow agent, and then the title company phone number and the title company address. But make them write all that down. And then
they're very bought into you.
Yes.
So with your sales funnel, I see how they would be bought in.
Yeah. So the next thing I need you to do when you get off with me is go ahead and call Empora, or go ahead and call Momentum, or go ahead and call Hoy and Hoy, and call just the company line and verify I am who you say I am. I guarantee you they'll say that I did a deal with them this month. And if not, just call me back and say you're not doing business with me. And they're not going to vouch for me. They're a neutral third party. Like, they're just going to answer a yes or no sweat question. Do you know who I am? Do I do deals? Am I a real estate investor? Mm-hmm. As soon as they hang up, I force them to go call the title company, where my credibility has gone through the roof.
I bet.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't matter who answers the phone. They'll, like, put it on hold. They'll look up accounts. They'll be like, yeah, Devin's actively buying real estate through us every month.
Very, very verifying.
Yeah.
Or very, like, valid.
Validating. Yeah.
Validating. I was looking for the word.
Yeah. So, and what that's helped as a virtual wholesaler is I got a bunch of other people coming after this deal.
Yeah.
But when they've gone through a 6 sales process like that, they've talked to title already. And, okay, yeah, by the way, give them the address, your first name, your last name, and let them know that we're going to be opening up a file and that you're going to be selling the house to me. Now it's real. They've talked to a title company. Bro, they just, like, my sellers would hit me up like, yeah, everyone wants to buy my house. They want to pay way more, but I'm just ignoring them. I'm working with you.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
so,
very good.
Yeah, and that's about it. I asked.
That is your program.
That's the process. That's the sales process, right?
That is a very solid phone process. If you are looking to do deals virtually, I would just full copy friggin' Devin. That's what I would do. That sounds very, very good.
It's dialed. And I've heard, like, the King Closers and a lot of other people, and I've taken bits and pieces, but I don't know. This works for me, and this works with I've got over a decade of sales experience. I've easily sold almost $250 million worth of high-ticket product.
Yeah, you're not just some, like, Joe Schmo who's jumping to wholesale. Like, you are a very high-level salesperson that switched industries and switched to wholesale.
Correct.
So very, very different.
Correct. But, I love serving my sellers. I love serving my buyers. And, I was talking to my assistant this morning, and we were doing a one-on-one, and I just was like, when people hear our business's name, like, I want them to have a sophisticated experience. I want my GV partners, my investors, anyone that deals with us, like, I want them to feel the tangible presence of the Lord, and I want them to be like, wow, that was a sophisticated experience from start to finish.
I like that.
You know what I mean? So
I dig that.
Yeah, that's about it.
I feel very similar about mine. I want them to feel, I don't know about sophisticated, but I want them to feel like, oh, that was super real.
Yeah.
And I got everything out of that I was promised and that I was expecting.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think of, like, I say sophisticated because I want to have elegant, even is another word. Like, dude, I just want it to be plug and play. I want someone to enter the machine and go out the machine and look around and be like, wow, that was so easy. You know, like, I just had a JV partner the other day reach out to me. He was like, bro, we're ripping 15 to 20 deals a month. This was the easiest and smoothest transaction and most professional deal that we've done. Like, I don't even know what.
I love that.
And I love that. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. We're still trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still transitioning.
You know what I mean? But, like, we go above and beyond for our JV partners, and that's on A to B, right? Like, I dispo deals for people, and I send deals out for people, and that's, like, one thing that I've noticed with a lot of wholesalers, dude. They're greedy, and they wonder why they suck. Like,
well,
they try
that's
to do
why
everything.
they are greedy, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, bro, I like to get paid, you know, and I like to make money. I have a $70,000 assignment on the table, you know?
Yeah.
I wanted to crack it for 100. But, like, it's just like, to me, it's always time optimization and human optimization. Why am I going to go try to dispo a deal in Texas? I'm in Texas. We do deals in Texas. I don't like Texas. It's a non-disclosure state. I don't like doing non-disclosure states.
Okay.
I don't like attorney states either, but it is what it is. But, yeah, I JV'd it to a JV partner that does deals in Texas. He moved it for me in 8 days. Already closed, funded this week.
fire. I like Texas because you can close a deal in like a week. I like that about Texas. It's quick.
Are not all states like that?
No, over here, bro, title will be ready for at least 3 weeks.
Bro, I've never sold a deal with title. I've never done a deal. Like Indiana, title comes back in like 4 days. Florida title comes back quick. Maryland title comes back. Well, Baltimore City's different. I don't do deals in Baltimore City because it takes like, dude, my buddies that wait 6 weeks for title.
Dang.
So
I'm
like,
surprised.
we call it a COC, cash on cash conversion. Like
Your cash conversion cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Mine is built in with a transaction to take 20 to 30 days.
yeah, 6 weeks is for us.
Okay.
Which is like on the long end. I don't.
My cash conversion cycle is not 30 days. I'm saying like the actual transaction itself. My cash conversion cycle depends on the marketing.
Got it. So, yeah, I want to be a good steward of our resources, especially since I bootstrapped this sucker, like, with no cash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And our goal is we want to be doing 12 to 15 closings a month at a $14,000 assignment, and that's a net, not gross. Mm-hmm. So realistically, I'd say gross, it probably needs to be closer to 25 to 30, but over the next 12 months. So, yeah, we're loving it. I love the markets that we're in. It's fun. I really like building deep relationships with title companies. So I only work with like 3 title companies. I work with Empora. I work with Momentum in Tennessee. I work with Hoy & Hoy in Maryland. And that's it.
I like that.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it. I only rock with a couple of them. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
going to do the repeat business, repeat similar process.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know how end buyers sometimes will say they want to use their title company, and it depends. Sometimes I'll straight up be like, no. Mm-hmm. Other times I'm like, all right, that's what we need to do to get this deal closed. No one wants this.
Yes, exactly.
No one else wants this. So.
Yes. And those instances, yeah, we'll use your title company.
Yes, master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a deal right now that's actually that I'm doing some title company out now. But like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Whatever.
That's my only move, so I'm going to rip it.
Yeah, our minimum EMD with our end buyer is $5K minimum.
Minimum, all right.
Minimum, bro. If I don't know you or like,
What if you know this person's valid?
$5K.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that's my actual minimum. Like,
Oh, I really like that.
Minimum.
I don't care about the EMD.
I care about it a lot.
It's more, if I don't know you, then I really care about the EMD. But if I know that you are about it, like if I know you're super valid, I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Cover mine that I put down with the seller, and I don't care.
You know what?
But that's only because and I'm doing that relationship.
Yeah, you're right though.
If I don't know you though, you putting 5 bands down, and if you hesitate at all, I'm uncomfortable.
I'm like, I have a buyer in Maryland named Jesus, and I just sold a deal to him yesterday, and he's technically not putting any EMD in, but we've done deals. He's sending the full amount, $495,000 to escrow to title,
like before it even closes.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't have to ask him for it. It's almost disrespectful. I look at it as it's disrespectful to even ask him.
Yeah, like that situation, he's like, dude, I'm not sending EMD. I'll just send the full amount. They can just wait in escrow. Done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Like you balling like that made me go. Like
the you asked me about Evan Zaremba that was on the pod before.
Yeah.
Bro, I've done a number of transactions with Evan. Like the money is going to be sent the day before the closing even happens. Like I don't care what he puts down on EMD. If I got an EMD down, just cover it also or whatever. But like I still don't even really care that much.
Yeah, and then like also like self-respect wise, like I have a buyer in Alabama. I just sold. I'll never do business with him again. Like
okay,
dude, he could offer me $50,000. I can't do headaches. I can't do drama. I can't do just back and forth or like, 3 days before closing. Oh, now you want to extend closing for a survey. Day of closing comes, you're busy. Like I don't do that stuff, bro. It's like I'd rather just not make money on it than deal with a headache. We have a saying on our side that is, if it costs you your peace of mind, it's too expensive.
I like that a lot.
So yeah, man. I work a 9 to 5. It's like really 9 to 6. I train jiu-jitsu every day at 12. I don't work on the weekends unless it's an emergency. Frankly, often there's been a lot of emergencies. You know what I mean?
I love the disclosure.
Yeah, yes. like I'm not even gonna lie, but we God's good, bro. The Lord's been moving. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. The favor of God is not fair. You know what I mean? When you are a believer, I truly believe when you're being obedient as well, he will, he's a miracle worker, dude. He'll move mountains. We should not be closing 4 to 5 deals a month right now, which we are. We'll have 4 deals on the closing table this month. We've got another almost $150,000 in assignments that need to be listed. On that OS that are like deals, 100%. So God is good, man. And, yeah, so it's been a fun process.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. We're learning a lot.
Thank you for giving all this game to the audience.
Yeah.
They're probably sitting home saying, thank you so much. You're welcome, everybody. What the heck? Is there anything that you want to leave them with before we wrap this up?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at the Devin Anderson. That's TheDevinAnderson. The Devin Anderson. Hit me up if you have questions. Follow me. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you for having me, bro. This was a blast,
This was awesome. All right, everybody, happy hunting.
Let's go.